Hi, this is Melanie, aka Princess Ninja, and welcome back. If you're brand new to my channel, go ahead and hit the thumbs up and make sure you grab that subscribe button before you forget. And if you like what you're seeing, hit that notification bell so that you get instant notifications when I post a video. Today I am making fried cheese sticks. Of course, keto friendly. Today I am making keto-friendly fried mozzarella sticks, and I'm gonna go over the simple ingredients, but we're gonna have to do this in two separate parts because once we have breaded these bad boys, they gotta go in the freezer for 2 hours. So we're gonna start with 8 Sargento mozzarella string cheese sticks. And as always, don't worry if you don't catch all of this. I have left the ingredients in the description below. The next thing we have here is these are bacons, but you could use pretty much any pork rind that you want to. But this is a 3-ounce bag, and this recipe calls for 3 ounces of finely crushed pork rinds. So I'm gonna save you from a bunch of the noise, but I'm gonna have to sit here and do this. Once I get my pork rinds nice and fine, then we're gonna move to the plate and we're gonna start building our breading. Okay, so if you hear a lot of noises and craziness in the background, that's because I have life going on today. And back there in the back is Karma. Hi, Carmi. This my little Carmi. These two always seem to know when I am cooking in the kitchen. So, this is the consistency of the ground pork rinds. I mean, it almost feels like a cornmeal. It is that fine. Cause I'm that fine. Okay, so I have some oregano here. We're gonna Italian season these up. There can never be enough black pepper. And then of course we have our pink Himalayan salt. If you are living the keto lifestyle, you know how important this stuff is. I'm gonna throw some garlic in there. Basically, you're trying to replicate an Italian flavor, but instead of using flour, we are using pork rinds to give it that nice crispy outside. Okay, so we can set these seasonings aside, and now we're going to work on our wet mixture. This is gonna be what we put our mozzarella cheese sticks in before we roll them in our dry mixture. So I'm just gonna crack 2 eggs. I usually keep me a little garbage bowl or something right here, and I did not. So now I'm gonna have to wash the counters down. My dogs are down here eating. This is not a mukbang video. I'm gonna eyeball this, but the recipe itself calls for 1 tablespoon. So I will put 1 tablespoon in the direction below, but this is not my first rodeo. Individually wrapped, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Talking to the camera. My dogs are looking at me like I've lost my mind. See? She agrees. Okay, so now we're gonna cut these string cheese in half, but I'm gonna make them a little fancy. So I'm gonna do a diagonal. So basically you should have 16 pieces by the time you're done. We're simply going to take a fork and whisk the eggs and heavy cream together. Then we're gonna take our string cheese and we're going to give them a nice bath inside this egg wash and then press them firmly down into the pork rinds, just like this, people. Fill in any gaps. Don't know if you can see that from here, but it's pretty covered. We want it to be nice and covered. I'm gonna lay it on a piece of wax paper. When I'm finished doing all of these pieces, I'm going to take this plate and stick it in the freezer for 2 hours, and then I'll be back with the cooking step. I know it seems like I'm all the way on the other side of the world, but I'm not. These are what the cheese sticks look like, breaded and then frozen for 2 hours. In this Dutch oven over here, I am heating up 2 full cups of unflavored coconut oil. I want it to reach a temperature of 350 degrees, and then I'm gonna throw my cheese sticks into the oil. So I'm gonna have to finish up this video fairly quick. We have a very bad storm coming, and I'll have to turn on my oven vent or my stovetop vent for this. Coconut oil typically doesn't withstand really high temperatures, but you gotta bring the oil to 350 degrees. 3 cheese sticks at a time, using something to keep your hand far away from the oil. You want to place the cheese sticks in the oil for roughly about 3 minutes until each one of them are golden brown. Okay, so I'm just going to lay them on this napkin to drain. The breading gets dark pretty fast, so you definitely want to keep an eye on this the entire time it's cooking. While we're waiting, this is called Michael's of Brooklyn, and it is a home-style gravy made with Italian tomatoes, onions, carrots, olive oil, celery, salt, pepper, fresh basil, fresh parsley, bay leaf, and nothing else. So let me bring this closer to the camera. This is it. And for the nutrition on the back. So for a half a cup, it has 2 grams of fat, 6 grams of carbs, 2 grams of dietary fiber. So there's going to be 4 net carbs, and it says 4 grams of sugar, but it's naturally occurring sugar. There is no sugar anywhere in this sauce. So I'm going to let you know in just a minute how it tastes. Really quick, here's a look at the macros for the cheese sticks. I'm not going to add the sauce in there because next time I do these, the sauce may not be available. And the nutrition information on that is per cheese stick, it is 77 calories, 0.5 carbs, 0.5 net carbs, 0.5 diabetes carbs, 7.2 grams of protein, 5.4 grams of fat. Since it's 6 carbs, 4 net carbs per half a cup, I have a 1/4 cup here, so that's going to be 2 net carbs. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. I'm gonna back off on the salt next time. It is a little saltier than I like it, but this is amazing. This sauce is so good. So good that I'm actually going to tag them in this video, Michael's of Brooklyn. This is incredible. This tastes like homemade. If you've ever had somebody make you homemade Italian style sauce, this is incredible. It's well worth it. I compared it to all of the other sauces on the shelf, even the ones that said no sugar added. This had the lowest net carb count out of all of them. So, wow. This is amazing. This is really amazing. Even though it's a little on the expensive side because of the amount of coconut oil required to cook it in, well worth it. You could pair this with some pepperoni, and that would be your pizza fix. Serious as a heart attack, pizza fix. I would also make these for a party, you know, as my own keto cheese sticks. Anyway, thank you so much for coming along. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much in advance for the thumbs up, the support, the love, that notification bell. You keep being a ninja, I'll keep being a ninja, and we're just gonna ninja this. And Michael's of Brooklyn, you are now officially a tomato ninja.